Okay, I've come outside with my Canon EOS 600D, or T3i as it's known in North America. I've got a 250mm zoom lens on it, and I'm going to take a picture of the moon. It's not full tonight, but it's nearly. If you're going to take a photograph of the moon, it's no good using automatic settings. The cameras just can't cope with the huge brightness of the moon compared to the darkness of the sky. So what I do is I go into manual, and there's a starting point. What you should do is set the ISO to 100, set your aperture to f8, and your shutter speed try at 1/100th of a second, and zoom in on the moon and take a test shot. Yep, that's good. Right. Now I've confirmed my settings. It's just a case of running off a number of shots. Now I've got this camera set to JPEG mode rather than taking raw images. I know there's a quality issue, but we want to shoot as many images as we can as quickly as possible. And if you're in RAW, especially on a camera like this, it's going to slow down and the buffer's going to fill up very quickly. So it's much better to shoot in JPEG so you can get a large number of images shot as quick as possible.
Let's go over the settings once again. ISO 100, 1/100th of a second at aperture of f8. Use autofocus and image stabilization if you have them, but if you are going to use autofocus, set the autofocusing point to just the center point.
And just keep going as long as you like, really. But if you can get 20-25 images, that's a good place to start. So we've got our images on our camera. They're looking good. Let's take them back to the computer and process them.
So this image is the result of processing and stacking on my computer. Let me show you how I did it. So here we are. I've got 63 images I took, and we're going to prepare them for stacking first with this application. It's called Planetary Imaging Preprocessor. So let's add our image files. So select all of the image files and click Open. I'll move that to there. Just move this to here for a second. Then we'll select Solar Lunar Full Disk. And we'll go to the processing options. And we've got colour in our image, although it's difficult to see. We'll untick that to convert colour to monochrome. And next we're going to check the detection threshold. So if you click Test Detect Threshold, as you can see, the moon has been highlighted in red, so that's good. It means the application is able to detect the moon and isn't trying to detect and process other objects or part of the night sky. The other one we click is Test Options, and this shows the cropping here is good. We can actually reduce that a little bit, and let's test it at 1000 by 1000. and that's better. And the reason we crop it is because we don't want to have the stacking software processing unnecessary night sky. It just takes up too much memory, and we want to use as little memory as possible per each image. Now we'll go to the output options, and I like to select as a AVI. Do processing, start processing. And now, when we look, the Planetary Imaging Preprocessor program has taken all of the images, centered the object, and cropped, and created this video. Now we can take that video, and by using Auto Stacker, we can process it. So we'll open our video. Let's reduce the zoom a little bit so see the moon, and we'll click Analyze, and each of these steps are numbered. So I'll open, Analyze. Stack isn't ready yet. We need to place a grid for stacking. There's a number of choices here on the size of the alignment points. I normally start with 200 and then work my way down as necessary. So we'll place the grid, and there's not many there, so let's reduce the size to 48 and see how many points we get now. That's much better. We've got 203 alignment points. Let's click Stack. And our image has been stacked. So let's have a look. And this is our final stacked image. It's now ready for processing. And this is the image after I processed it in Photoshop Express. I hope you enjoyed the video and it was helpful for you. And I wish you clear skies. Please don't forget to subscribe if you like this video. Thanks.